What's up, everyone? This is Feeling Stuck series episode 4, and today we're going to talk about a topic: being stuck as a man. A space where men get real about what life feels when the world expects you to be everything and never complain. My name is Tessin, and today I want to talk to the man who feels stuck. Not stuck in traffic, not stuck on a project. I'm talking about the kind of deep, soul wearing stuckness that hits when you're juggling a demanding career, trying to be there for your aging parents, managing siblings who lean too hard on you, living in a marriage that feels like a dead end, and watching your finances barely hold together while your spirit quietly unravels. This episode is for the man who can't even remember the last time he was the one being taken care of. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the quiet collapse. There's a version of life we were sold: work hard, provide, protect, don't complain, and it'll all work out. But what happens when you do all that and still feels like you're drowning, right? You show up for your parents even when they still treat you like the kid who doesn't get it. You're the rock for your siblings even when their chaos keeps pulling you into storms you didn't create. You stay in a marriage where you're more tolerated than appreciated, where every move is criticized and every effort dismissed. You bring home the paycheck, but somehow it's never enough for bills, for security, for peace. And meanwhile, no one sees you, not really. You're not asking for applause. You just want to feel seen, heard, like your effort matters. The second part is the mask. Here's the real pain. From the outside, it probably looks like you're doing just fine. You laugh at the right times, you make the meetings, you take care of what needs to be taken care of. Maybe even your Instagram shows a version of life that looks okay, but inside, you're exhausted. And you don't even know who you're performing for anymore. You want to scream, but you whisper. You want to quit, but you keep going. You want to live, but you're just existing. This is the mask, and it's suffocating. What happens if nothing changes? That's the third point. Here's the part no one talks about. Men who stay in this place, this stuck, silent, unsupported place, either shut down or blow up. You stop feeling, you disconnect, or you reach a point where something cracks and you lash out, or disappear into things that numb the pain. Reckless spending, porn, drinking, isolation, whatever gives you 5 minutes of relief from a life that feels too heavy. But let me tell you something real. That version of breaking, it doesn't make you weak. It just means you've carried too much for too long alone. And that's not how you're meant to live. So what's the way forward? Let's talk about the solution. Let me give you straight. This isn't a 5 tips to fix your life kind of a podcast. This is real life. But here's what I do know. Stuck isn't permanent, and broken doesn't mean beyond repair. So firstly, choose one place to reclaim your control. You can't fix everything overnight, right? But you can take back one part of your life. Maybe it's your mornings getting up 30 minutes earlier just to be with yourself. Maybe it's boundaries, saying no to a family member who drains you. Start small, but start. The second thing, you need someone who isn't depending on you. You know what I mean? You can't keep pouring out if no one is pouring into you. Find someone, a therapist, a coach, a men's support group, anyone who isn't part of your current mess. You need a space where you're not dad or husband or provider, just you. The third thing is get honest about your marriage. If your wife is your enemy more than your ally, something has to change. That doesn't mean walk away, but it does mean having the conversation you've been avoiding. Maybe that's the start with, I'm not okay and I feel like we're losing each other. If she can't meet you there, that's a bigger answer. The fourth part, stop surviving silently with money. If finances are suffocating you, don't let shame keep you quiet. Talk to a financial coach or advisor. There are free ones as well. You're not a failure because you're struggling. You're human in a broken system. But staying in the dark only keeps the pressure boiling. And the final, let go of saving everyone. You're not your sibling's solution. You're not your parents' second chance. You have your own life to build. Help where you can, but not at the cost of your own peace. You're allowed to choose yourself. So my final words, listen man, you're not lazy, you're not ungrateful, you're just tired, and I see you. You've been carrying everyone, everything, and you've done it so long. You forgot that you matter too. But the life you want, the peace you crave, it's not a fantasy. It's just buried under layers of obligation and silence. You don't have to keep pretending you're okay. You don't have to break to finally be heard. And most of all, you're not stuck forever. Say this to yourself. I am not quitting. I am rebuilding for me. Because you deserve to live, not just exist. Thank you for riding with me on this one. If this episode hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. My name is Tehseen, and I see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.